Hello everybody, this is Edward and welcome back to Minecraft 1.15. Now, I should probably show you, I have done some work over there, so we'll head over there. And as you can see, I've been using my scaffolding from the bamboo we got from the previous episode. I should probably show you the inside of the bottom floor of the factory first because, as you will see, both of my sugarcane farms are now full length. The full length of the factory floor, which is good. I have a lot more sugarcane coming in, which we can eventually turn into paper and use that to trade with our scholars. But it's nice now that everything is the same length, or that the other side is the same length. And up here, as you can see, we have a right mess of a machine. This is a no mob kill XP farm, and it's working for the most part. The only issue is I'm getting quite, it is working, but I'm not getting as much XP from here as I like, or as I would like, I should say. It's a very simple design, it's very clever. I'll leave a link in the description below if you're interested to see how this works, but the short version is these cactus, they grow up, they break because of the glass block, and then they go down here into these hoppers, and then the hoppers feed into this furnace, which is constantly supplied with fresh bamboo. And then when I want to get the XP, I lock this hopper here using a switch, and that will stop this bit of cactus from cooking. I take it and I get all the XP from it. The only issue is I'm not getting that much XP, or not nearly as much as I would like. There we go. Oh, I'm up to 30 levels though, so I might use that to enchant a book. Though to be fair, I'm learning now that depending on what materials your tools are made from will depends how good the enchantments shall be. I've learned that after learning about netherite. I was watching a video last night by, I think his name was Waffles. He's a very big YouTuber. But yes, netherite is the new high quality. Oh, I can sell Curse of Vanishing. Well, I can definitely sell you the paper. I'm not too sure what Curse of Vanishing is, but it doesn't sound very nice. Yeah, netherite's going to be the new diamond armor, apparently. So, and then it was from his video that I learnt that depending on what you enchant with, protection 3. Got a few of those already, unfortunately. Let's see, protection 3. All I want is a silk touch, and so far I have had no luck with finding silk touch. So maybe I need to start enchanting pickaxes. Apparently gold has the best luck when it comes to enchanting, but we all know gold tools are not made to last, so unfortunate but true. But netherite is a very impressive material that looks like it's very strong, and it doesn't burn in lava, which is fantastic, and you can use it for to make tools, and you can use it for armor as well. But it is extraordinarily, and the resources needed to make it, what is it called? I think it's like ancient debris or something along those lines that you find in the nether. It spawns very, very infrequently. Where is my scholar? Is it you? No, it is not you. I have certainly traded with you before. I need to go find myself that other scholar. You couldn't have gone too far. One thing I know is that I definitely want a lot more scholars, so is it you? Yes, it was. Okay, we're just going to get some emeralds. We're going to get some emeralds, and we're going to get you to gain experience so you can level up and become a better trader. And hopefully get more cool things in the future, like books of mending and things like that. That's what I want to get. What do we got here? Sharpness 4. Okay. Oh, discounted sharpness 4. Well, for the time being, we're just going to get rid of the rest of this paper. And then I'll buy some lamps from you. There we go. It's funny that they make a disapproving sound if you don't have enough to sell them. Oh, dearie me. So I had a very busy day the other day. What did I do? I had work in the morning and the afternoon. And we're going to use these emeralds to buy as many lanterns as we can. Let's see. How many can we go before it decides to... There we go. Okay, we cannot buy any more lanterns. I may have to sell you some more paper and probably buy a book as well. Oh well, we'll get those levels up, don't you worry. And it's good because I get levels as well. I get the experience. So it's a win-win situation. So as I was saying, I had work one day, and then when I finished work, I finished a little bit earlier, and I was able to go to run some errands before I went home. About 2 hours worth of errands actually. So I was very busy that day. I went to the hardware store once I finished work, and I had to buy some things. I needed to get some stuff for plumbing, and I needed to get from this particular, from all the surrounding hardware stores. It's a chain of stores. I've been wanting to get it's like a fire extinguisher and a fire blanket. Well, check this out. These are my new water elevators that allow me to, you know what, I could probably just could have put a ladder down here, but I like the idea that I can use this water elevator and burn my toes every time I come down here. But this is my massive hallway area, underground area that I dug out. I'm thinking I'm going to start using this area for something. And well, I've already shown you the XP farm. I'm going to see how big I can make this no-kill XP farm in order to get as much XP as possible. There we go, that's our upward elevator. But it's going to be a lot of work, that's for certain. Anyway, back to my story. What can I buy from you? You know what? I might see how many axes I can buy from you in order to... I want to get your... I can get 3 of them. You know what? Maybe I won't use all of my emeralds, just in case I need to buy something in the future. Let's see. Let's get 2 of these. Okay, I'm going to have to buy a few axes if I want to get you above novice, but that's okay. I can do that. And it's not like I don't use axes. I always have an axe on me. But I don't have a bow. Where's my bow? That's a shovel I made that I wore out in one afternoon in the game. One in-game afternoon, I should say. But I don't know where I put my bow. And I got a feeling I may have accidentally put it down at my skeleton spawn and not realizing. So I'm just going to go have a look down here to see if I got my enchanted bow down here. Don't need this egg. Goodbye, egg. So yes, back to what I was talking about. I bought myself a combo pack for very reasonable, $26. It comes with a small fire extinguisher for all your fire extinguishing needs, and a 1 meter by 1 meter fire blanket. And we don't have any fire protector down here, fire protection in our house. We've got a smoke alarm, but that's about it. Oh boy, it's going to be like finding a needle in a stack of needles. Goodness me. Okay, but that's almost worn out. Okay, let's have a look. See if I can find anything that resembles my... You know what? I'm going to take that one for the time being. I got a feeling that was it, because it's not fully worn down. It's in pretty good condition. And I'm not wanting to stand here for this entirety of today to get some more XP. I'm happy just to... I want to do my work on my no-kill XP farm, because I think that's a good way to get XP. It's a very clever machine that this person made. So yes, we got our fire protection. I'm surprised our house hasn't burnt down yet, knock on wood. It's a very old house, and the wiring is absolutely atrocious. I don't know who was employed to wire up this house with the lighting and all the electrical sockets, but my goodness me, I've had to do so many home repairs. And sorry, I just thought I saw some cactus down there. And yes, well, let's just say the wiring does need to be fixed sooner rather than later. But it's a big house, and the wiring is not always easy to access. Try. I'm really being on my grammar today. Right. Up here, this is a separate collection unit. You know what? I'm going to keep these cactus on me just now. I found where I put my bow in this box with my diamond pickaxe, but that's okay. Well, now we know. So I am probably going to recreate this machine down in the underground area, but a lot more efficient for the shape of the area, and producing a lot more XP, hopefully, if everything goes to plan. But then again, I've never really done something like this before, not without step-by-step instructions, so it's going to be interesting to see how I go, if I can do it or not. But I've got a general idea of how this machine works. I'm hoping I can do something that just on a larger scale, so I can get a ton more XP. Anyway, yes, so I was very happy. this fire extinguisher, fire blanket kit, very affordable, $26 something, and every store around me of this chain, this hardware store chain, has always been sold out. And then I was trying to call up this store on the day before I went there, and they didn't answer the phone after calling them about 5 times. Maybe not 5 times. I think I only called them twice now that I think about it. I called someone else about 5 times, but that's later on in the story. The sun is going down, as always, so we can pop myself into bed before I decide to work in the cabin. Don't want any nasties spawning up here in any spots I hadn't managed to light up. So, yes, when I got to the hardware store, I had to buy a few things, and then I thought I'd try my luck, and would you believe it, it was the very last one on the shelf, so I snatched that up and bought it, and I was very happy with it. So yes, we are fire protected, or, if there is a fire, heaven forbid, again, knock on wood, I'll be able to do something instead of just screaming, oh dear, I tried to close that wooden hatch, but I didn't do a very good job of it, so I'm hoping no villagers fall down here, otherwise they're going to get the fright of their life. But one thing I had to buy, one thing I really need to buy was a wheelbarrow. In this hardware store, I think the cheapest wheelbarrow they had was about $115, which is, I guess, cheap compared to some of the other wheelbarrows they had. But then I did some research, I looked online, and I found another store which usually it actually sells, believe it or not, kind of like car parts, car accessories and whatnot. It's an automobile accessories shop. They were selling a wheelbarrow for half the price. And I thought, you know what, I'm going to go buy that. So, oh dearie me, I fell into a hole. Let's pick up where we left off. So I ended up driving down. It wasn't that far away, about 10 minutes away from where I was, and picked up this wheelbarrow. It came in 3 pieces and you had to construct it yourself, and I had no idea it would be as difficult as it was, because you had to obviously get all the nuts and bolts in, and they weren't the easiest things to keep in place. So I've got a few blisters on my hands now from when I was tightening the nuts and the bolts. And but it was a lot cheaper. I think it was around about $70 for this wheelbarrow. But I was more than happy to make that little extra saving. Sorry, it wasn't a little extra saving, it was a lot extra saving. And took it home, and it took me about 2 hours to put it together, because I was looking at the instructions, but I was only kind of glancing over them and not really reading them. And as such, I made a few mistakes, and I had to disassemble certain areas and reassemble certain areas, and it turned out okay in the end. It's a working wheelbarrow, and for its price, it will do the job very well. But the thing was, as I was buying it, I was talking that the service was amazing there at this car accessories store, and I need an infinity pool of water, so I'm just going to do that before I forget. And the guy that I was talking to, he was like, he was talking with the co-workers, and they were having a laugh, and they said one of the co-workers said you couldn't pay me enough to work tomorrow because they were having a huge sale on, and they said it was a huge store-wide sale, and yada yada yada. It's going to be busy as all heck. And I thought, oh boy, well, I've worked in retail, I know what it's like. I said, well, it's at least you get good pay. It being on the weekends, and sorry, I'm just doing the maths right here. I can remove this block. Hopefully I'll be able to get the base of what I want to do for this design by the end of this episode. I don't know how long this episode shall go for. But yeah, so I bought the wheelbarrow. One of the guys actually helped me take it out to the car, because it came in 3 pieces, and it wasn't until I got home, until a day later, that I realized that they were talking about a store-wide sale where everything was going on sale, and it was between 25 to 50% off. And I was just, I was tired, it was a long day, and I had other things to do, which I'll get into. There we go, like that. Oh no, not like that, not like that, not like that. Okay, we need to extend that out a little bit. How many more blocks can we go out by? Oh, just the one more. Okay, cool. Okay, well you can see the basic design of what I'm going to be doing and repeating over and over again. And I want to block that bit off there. This is going to use a lot of granite, and I'm thinking maybe, just maybe, I need to use half slabs so I can get twice as much granite. Or use have I don't know how to say what I'm trying to say. Use a lot of granite in this. There we go, that looks right. Use a lot of granite in this. We'll use a lot of half slabs in order to save on the granite. There we go. Alright, well that's working very well. My goodness me, they're travelling fast in that water. And take care of that creeper before the creeper does any damage to me. So, yeah. The following... No, it wasn't the following day. I'm trying to remember. They said it was on the weekend. And this was on a Friday. So, well, yeah, it was the next day that they were having a big sale. And then it wasn't until later that night, the following night, that I was thinking, hang on a minute, store-wide sale, everything was on sale, between 20 to 25% off. I'm just removing this water, hang on. And I was thinking, why didn't I wait and buy it the next day in order to get the sale? But I looked up the price, and it was from $69.99, $70, and it went down to, I think, 52 something or other, so it was only about $18 saving. And while, you know, in retrospect, I probably would have, knowing me, I love a sale, always like to buy something on sale. In retrospect, I would have gone back the next day. It was probably best that I didn't, because it was probably going to be, the car parked would have been packed, and it may have, the item may have been sold out, because every other store in my area was sold out of this wheelbarrow. So I thought, you know what, it was probably better that I did get it that day. I mean, $18, it's not a huge loss, and I am going to use half. Oh no, no more stone axes. Oh dear, we'll have to make some more stone axes. What was I saying? Store-wide sale, yada yada yada. $18. I've really lost my train of thought just then. It went straight out of my mind. Hello. I must have accidentally placed you when I was trying to close the door when I was going down. Yeah, at the end of the day, not a huge loss, and I'm not gonna lose sleep over it. It's just a wheelbarrow after all. Yeah, might need a few more pickaxes, but we're going to use these half slabs and see how they go down. I was having some issues placing water on half slabs, but I think if there's a whole block I can place it on and not a half slab block, it will be okay. Because it does this weird thing where the water block will go into the half slab and start pouring out the bottom of it, which is what I discovered in my factory when I was doing the smaller version. You know, we're going to get rid of that bit there. When I was doing the smaller version of this machine. Oh, what happened there? I went straight through the floor. Anyway, so yes, the sale information went right over my head. That's okay. I didn't beat myself up. There's no point. And I'd already built it by that point, and I wasn't going to be one of these people who returns it just so, creeper, just so I could buy it again at a discount. And I have, working in a store, I've had that happen before in the past. Yeah. Well, oh, sorry, little bat. I was aiming for the creeper. Oh, dearie me, that poor bat. At least I can. Oh, now the creeper's jumping up and down trying to get out of the hole. Strange, I don't normally... Oh, you can get out of the hole. I was going to say, I don't normally leave it like... Oh, that bat wants to jump in front of this arrow too. There's a creeper up here, and I want to get him before he gets me. Or her. I want to get him or her before he/she gets me. There we go. Let's go grab the gunpowder and the XP. There we are. Lovely. So the reason why I wasn't thinking about, going back and really paying attention to what they were trying to sell me was because I'd received a phone call from my local games boutique, and we pre-ordered a Switch for my wife so she could play this New Horizons game with the all the animals, Animal Crossing, that's it. And we had to order the Switch. So I got a phone call. I called them back 5 times. They didn't answer the phone call. Well, the first, I think, 3 or 4 times the phone line was engaged, so I'm guessing they're calling everyone that had pre-ordered a Switch, because there was a big lineup. Ooh, the light from the sunset's coming through, and yes, I couldn't call, so I thought, you know what, after I pick up the wheelbarrow, I'm going to go there and just assume that it's arrived, and hopefully it has, and it did, thank heavens. So I brought the Switch home, and my wife has been waiting, sorry, I got very confused there, very patiently for it, and it was a lovely surprise for her, because she wasn't feeling the best. She did have a sore throat, and she had to get the COVID-19 test, but that came back negative, thank heavens. But her work kind of did her a dirty, but they didn't know if she was going to have COVID-19 or not, so they ended up giving all her shifts away to other employees, which makes life difficult when living paycheck to paycheck. So we'll just see how we go for this next week. I must admit, I'm not exactly rolling in money, or we're not. That I do work, and I do try and save as much as I can. But of course, we're trying to. Eventually, we want to. What are you doing in there? Goodness me, that naughty villager. We do want to buy a house, but we just got to save all our pennies. And there you saw some. Oh goodness me, I missed the staircase. I'm falling down. I'm gonna steal this bed though. But some cactus went down here. You know what? I'm sure you know what it looks like when cactus is cooking. And we need to get ourselves back down to the underground area, and we are going to put a bed down and sleep down there. Yes, so we got the Switch, thank heavens, and we got the game a few weeks in advance. Okay, there we go, nice. Close it as we go in. I keep forgetting that you can breathe in this water here, which makes life rather cool. There we go. I'll put the bed right there. Hopefully nothing will jump down on top of me and wake me up while I'm having a nice sleep in the bed. Morning dawn shines through the light of the rock, which is well, it's only a snapshot of the Optifine, but then again, by the time the full thing comes out, the stable version of the Optifine comes out with no bugs. Oh dearie me. I bet 1.16 will be out, the Nether update will be out, which will be interesting to see how the Nether's changed, because my golly, so much has changed from what I've seen, the footage I've seen, as far as the biomes in the Nether goes. I know that it looks very, very cool, as the young kids would say. Looks very enjoyable. A lot more... a lot less plain, let's just say that, because the Nether, even though they've got Nether fortresses, it does feel rather dull. But I'll be wanting to do another Escaping the Nether series and explore the Nether that way while trying to escape it, but I don't know if Nether fortresses will be the same, if I'll be able to escape the Nether by collecting obsidian blocks from the fortresses and building a flint and steel that way. I don't know. Okay, there we go. So far it's looking okay, and that means we can use twice as much granite on the flooring here. You know what? That's going to be interesting. I can't fit under the trough. It's going to lead all the cactus out to the main point. So I don't know what I'm going to do about that. But doesn't matter for the time being. So let's. Oh dear, I did it. I did not mean to do that, but you can see what I mean. When I was doing it upstairs, I thought I was going crazy. I was like, why do these water source blocks just keep disappearing? I was going mad, and then I went and saw, I could hear all the water, and then I looked underneath and saw a ton of water source blocks. There we go, that's what we want to do. We want to put it against the whole block there, and everything is okay. But yes, the new Nether update, it looks cool. I don't know what I'm going to do, if I'm going to... Oh, I need to make sure that still works okay. If I'm going to start a new world, or what I'm going to do. And I think I might start a new world with the new update. I'm not too sure, because as much as I do love this world, there's a few things I know I will definitely be doing differently in with making a, sorry, we'll get rid of this stack here, with my next village that I guess not take over, but upgrade and make bigger. That's the technical term, in case you're wondering. Expand. For the next village that I expand, and looking at the cool different villages that you can get, I would really like to go to one of those, I don't know what they're called, the forest ones, the ones that have all the berry bushes, and is that lined up? Yep, that's lined up. That has all the berry bushes and the campfires out in the colder area. I think they look amazing, and they certainly have a bit more of a medieval feel, because, I don't know, the medieval world, Europe, all I can think about is icy cold weather and snow, and people dressed up in thick, warm clothing. That always seems to be the cliche, doesn't it? So it'll be fun to try that out and make that. Though I don't know if I'd want to build in a snowy biome. I've done that before, and snow covers everything. But in a cooler, woodsier biome, I think that would be a very fun thing to do. And oh goodness me, that scared me. There we go. Okay, I'll let those two duke it out while I just let the zombie be a shield between us. Perfect. Okay. But yes, that's what I want to do, and I'll definitely do things a lot differently as far as expanding my village. Instead of doing it how I've done it, I will set out road plans. I will, for the next village, I guess, expand. I will have road plans. I will do it slowly, and I will do it kind of in a spiraling way around the village instead of in lines, because it makes it, the village now feels very lopsided. There are areas that are inhabited. Hello, thank you. Yes, working hard, aren't you? And there are, I thought he was coming up out after me to give me a compliment, but yeah, it's I'll definitely construct the village in a different way, in a spiraling way. That way I guess the border of the village will constantly be expanding, instead of there being I wonder why my feet didn't get burnt, instead of there being a solid kind of wall area where I feel like I have to build out to, and for the entirety of the village it feels like it's there's an abandoned, desolate area, which is, I don't want that. I want the village to feel like it's growing naturally. And I must admit, now that I've been looking at how to do cool designs for houses, I look back, oh no, I've done it again. Oh, there we go. I was able to collect it there. Nice. Looking back, now I know how to do cool designs for homes. I think I will do that straight from the get-go. That way, need more water source. There we are. That way we can have nice looking houses, instead of me having to tear down all the houses I've already built and rebuild again. And yeah, go for the medieval style village. Well, this is the problem. No, I don't want to say problem. This is my because there are no problems, only things that we have to overcome. Let's see how this works, because I don't know if that's, oh, off it goes. It's working brilliantly. I've got all these cool designs that I want to do for buildings ideas, and I have so many of them that I kind of get too excited and I don't know what to work on. I want to do a underwater village using the coral as the main building blocks, but I don't know how to harvest coral, but that's not my main problem. I'm sure I could find that out, which I think would be cool. I'd love to do a daisy, I need to fix that before that causes any more trouble. Okay, well, I'm not too sure what I'm going to have to do to get rid of this water. Where is the water source block? I thought I just picked it up. I want to do a vault, like a Fallout vault. If for those of you who've played Fallout, and I'm talking about the original Fallouts, maybe not the Fallout vaults from like 1 and 2 as much as I love the original games. I'm thinking more of a vault from like Fallout 3, or maybe not. I've never really played Fallout 4 all that much, Nor have I really played New Vegas all too much, though. I'm told Vegas is an amazing version of Fallout as far as the new Fallout series goes. But there is no way on earth I'd ever play Fallout 76. I remember when the people at the shop, actually the same shop where I picked up my Nintendo Switch just the other day, I remember when the shop people told me, "Are you excited for Fallout 76?" I was like, "Oh, they're bringing out a new Fallout game, are they?" So I'm just going to see if this little barricade will... Oh, dearie me. I'm really buttery fingered today. I seem to be falling all over the place. They said the new Fallout 76, which will be... Yeah, that stops it, and they can collect like that. Will be all online, and I thought, oh, good heavens, no, I won't like that, and I'm glad I didn't buy it. Well, that's it for today. I've been going for over 30 minutes now, so thank you all for joining me, everyone. Take care, live long and live well, look after yourselves and each other. Goodbye.